From Cap that, after his combine effort, how early will Jordan Davis go? I thought he was probably going to be a round 1 pick. The knocks on Jordan Davis are as follows. Did not play 50% of the snaps at Georgia. Was that because he got tired as games went on? They didn't trust him as a pass rusher because he had so much talent on that defensive line? And why was the pass rush production so poor? Only 2 sacks and not great pressure numbers either. With that said, you always bet on this level of freak athlete. Vita Vea, Daron Payne should be his general range. So maybe the Texans get crazy. I never trust them. The Falcons could make sense at number 8. The range I'm intrigued by the most is right here, 12 to 17. Minnesota, as they move to a 3-4 scheme. That makes sense. The Ravens at number 14. That's a logical fit for me. And the dream fit is the LA Chargers. They like to run too high safety. Jordan Davis has more value for you in that type of scheme because you can keep the safeties back deep and he can clog the running lanes for you almost by himself. I love the fit at 17. That's as far as you should dip. If he falls further, the Raiders at 22 also make a ton of sense. So who do you think will draft Jordan Davis, the Georgia defense tackle? By the way, some fake news there. He's not 28. That is Google is wrong. He is still quite young. Who will draft him? I'll make this the pinned comment on today's video, so if the ad break comes, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. Joe Cool 2.0. Does Malik Willis make sense for the Falcons? I don't think so. Here's why. They weren't taking the QB last year. So why would they take a lesser person? That's what Malik Willis is, guys. He is not on the same level as Justin Fields, as Trey Lance. All those things that Malik Willis does really well, those two guys do those too. And they were a lot better at the collegiate level. And by the way, Trey Lance is still younger than Malik Willis, like a full year or two. So, look, could they go QB? Sure. If they do go QB, I will have no faith in that organization. Your plan is to win with Matt Ryan. So go do that. Don't draft a QB who's not going to help you at all in year 1. For all of the latest going on around NFL free agency, draft, trades, and everything else in between, hit that big red button and subscribe. We got you guys covered right here at Chat Sports. Truth 75, could Derek Stingley fall? Yeah, he could fall. Did not work out at the combine due to a foot injury. Cleared to return, but I'll make note that even though he said he was ahead of schedule, the timeline is now at the back end of that, so I don't know if he's actually ahead of schedule or not. He also came, by the way, at sub 31-inch arms. Not ideal, but between the injury and the just mentality questions that exist for NFL teams, don't shoot the messenger, it's what's going on here, he could fall, especially with Sauce Gardner being potentially corner 1. I'd still take Stingley first. He's so good when he's out there. Teams that make sense if he falls, i.e. the Jets or Giants, don't take him in the top 7. The Falcons at 8. Receiver edge also needs. The Jets at 10. The Vikings at 12. The Ravens at 14. And how about back-to-back first-round picks for Philly? I know there's some buzz about Stingley falling to the 20s. I don't get it, man. I know he's missed the past 2 years, more or less. His 2019 film is the best corner film of any freshman ever. It's ridiculous. So I'm still in on Derek Stingley. Who do you think will draft him, though? Shoot your shot for me in the comments section. Make your predictions. What team drafts Derek Stingley in round 1?
What up, Nathan Floyd? Can the Falcons get Jordan Love for a 5th? I don't think you're going to get a 5th round pick for Jordan Love, but if you wanted to trade for him, if I was Green Bay, I just went ahead and I gave Aaron Rodgers 4 years, let's say $200 million, even though Aaron's saying, it's not 100% accurate. It's going to be about $50 million a year. You traded up. Not only did you take Jordan Love in round 1, you traded up for Jordan Love. And if I was an NFL team out there that saw like I had an aging veteran quarterback like a Matt Ryan, I could throw like a 3rd or a 4th at Love, I would do it. The only reason why I'm going to say no to a 5th is because this kind of reminds me of the whole Josh Rosen thing, where even though people were like, Josh Rosen stinks, the first trade involved the 2nd round pick, so I'll say no to a 5th.
For Jonathan, Should the Falcons be aggressive spenders and build a roster due to the weakness of the NFC South next season? Good question. Here's their problem. They're kind of not in a great cap situation. They can't do that much with the way their roster has already been built and constructed. So I think the main goal is to get Matt Ryan a bit more help. And if you can be 500, you got a chance in that division next year. Cash Black, I don't believe he should be suspended. It was because he was, this is about Calvin Ridley, of course, he was away from the game, and I see that coming as a Saints fan. I understand where you're coming from. The NFL will never stand for this, though, because of what Goodell said in his statement, right? It opens up questions about the integrity, and you cannot have even the appearance of impropriety when it comes to betting on games.
All right, NFL teams for Jordan Love with Rodgers' extension. Oh, God. Seattle could actually be a halfway interesting team. I'll throw out a team like the Miami Dolphins, get a backup for Tua. The Atlanta Falcons are intriguing. I think I actually like the idea of doing a Jordan Love destinations type of video, but it also should come down to where does Jordan Love want to go? Does he want to learn behind a team or learn behind somebody else, or does he want to try to compete for a starting gig? Could the Tampa Bay Buccaneers be a team to keep in mind, or maybe even the Indianapolis Colts? I don't know. Let's get creative. So which free agent do you want your team to sign? All right, I like this question. So this is kind of like twofold. One, it's who's your favorite team? And two, who do you want them to go out and get? And I know when we were live, we got a question similar to this earlier, so I'm glad that we put this up on the show. So which free agent do you want your team to go out and sign? Let me know down in the comments.
Roger Moore, best value at wide receiver in free agency and in the NFL draft. Of the early round guys, I think Jameson Williams intrigues me the most, just because I think that there's upside to be had. Potential receiver one slides it because of injury. At free agency, can you get a buy low on DJ Chark? I'm not sure you can. If so, then that's a good name there.
So, guys, go ahead and let me know, because I've been getting this a bunch in my DMs. Where will Bobby Wagner play in 2022? The Seattle Seahawks, they let him go. They're going to end up saving a whole bunch of money. But the question still remains, where do you see Bobby Wagner playing football in 2022? If you guys love the NFL draft, if you love free agency, if you love the NFL, then Chat Sports is the channel for you. We got almost 1,000 people watching us live, which is an incredible number. I appreciate y'all. To make sure you don't miss it, though, all of our shows the entire offseason, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, because last time I checked, free's for me. Let's go to Big Chungus. What teams are going to have the best and worst records next year? I still want to see what ends up happening in free agency and the draft, but if I'm a betting man, worst record, Houston Texans. Best record, it pains me to say it, though. I might go away from saying the Kansas City Chiefs, because now Russell Wilson's in that division, and the division definitely gets a little bit tougher. I'll say the Buffalo Bills to keep in mind, and then the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers. If you guys want to go ahead and bet on March Madness, you can go ahead and do so at BetUS. All you got to do is go to chatsports.com/bet. Promo code NFL Daily. It's going to get you 125% deposit bonus. What does that mean? It means if you put down $100, you're going to get $125 for free to bet with. Put down $500, get $625 for free. Now, if you want to see the best odds on the top 5 teams to win the tournament this year, Gonzaga's at plus 450, the Wildcats at plus 650, the Duke Blue Devils at plus 1,000, the defending Baylor Bears, defending champ Baylor Bears at plus 1,100. Put your money where your mouth is, chatsports.com/bet. Just use promo code NFL Daily. That way you get hooked up with the best deal on the internet. I hope Duke wins, but I'm probably going to put my money on Gonzaga. Let's go to Pelicans NOLA. Who is the most dangerous team that doesn't have a quarterback? The most dangerous team that doesn't have a quarterback, I guess technically the answer right now I'd say is the Indianapolis Colts. They're a playoff caliber team, and they are a quarterback short with getting rid of Carson Wentz. Is there another team out there that I can't really think of right now? Yeah, I'm going to go with Indianapolis off the top of my head.
Who will then be the first QB drafted? Is it Willis? Is it Kenny Pickett? Or Matt Corral or somebody else? Let me know in the comments right now. This will be the pinned comment on today's video, so if the ad break comes, go predict it for me.
Let's go to Popular Nobody. Another super chat. Much love to you, brother. Where do you want some of the top free agents to land? Well, if you know the show, I'm a Raider fan, so I guess I'll say the Las Vegas Raiders. But also, I like drama. I like when some of these guys go to some different teams. I like when it gets mixed up a little bit. So if you want to give me a certain player, like Allen Robinson to me, I think A-Rob, I want him to go to a place where he's going to succeed. I've always been a big fan of him since the day he was coming out of Penn State. But A-Rob, to me, I could see him going to a team like New England. Could see him going to a team like Miami. I know the Raiders would be interested as well. Give me a player, because if I'm being honest, I want every top free agent to go to the Raiders. Like, that's how the truth is.